I'm Dan Splloway. I'm the host of the Health and Fitness Radio Show. Been doing radio for 13 years, interviewing some of the top people in the world, educating people on how to turn around different health conditions. Before that, I was known as the inventor of the hydrotone exercise equipment, which is used all over the world. Had a great time working with pro teams, working with various celebrities. Well, now I find most of the health problems need to be approached through nutrition, supplements, and now through water. And I'll explain that in just a moment. But I want to tell you how important it is to get the pH up. Now, there's many, many books written on pH. pH keeps the body at a level that it has to be able to get the cells working like they're meant to. Our normal pH is 7.34 to 7.4 within your cells. Now, when cancer develops, when cancer metastasizes, it's become acidic within the cell. It's dropped down to 6.5. So as a nutritionist, as a PhD in nutrition, one of my jobs when I'm helping people with something like cancer, heart disease, diabetes, is to raise the pH. And there's various ways to do that. But most important is minerals. Minerals is the determining factor on the pH. There's many books written on this, and one of my favorite books is the Magnesium Miracle. The Magnesium Miracle, magnesium alone has over 400 functions in the body. In fact, a lot of people are out there taking calcium, and that's very important. But without enough magnesium, the calcium won't function. But more importantly, without magnesium, your blood vessels tighten down, your muscles tighten down, your blood sugar doesn't function. So many different things. You get depressed. Your kidney stones build up because magnesium helps dissolve the calcium or separate it apart, helps place it back into the bones. Well, 80% of you are deficient in magnesium. 80%. The country that's most deficient in magnesium is Sweden. That means it sets them up for heart attacks. In fact, they have 4 times more heart attacks than the countries that have adequate amount of magnesium in their water and their food. So you need magnesium, but that's only one of many, many minerals that you need. But magnesium is very, very important. Now, there's another book that I like, a couple different books. You can see here, there's a book on all the different minerals that the body needs and how they affect the body. And so you have to get all the minerals: selenium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, manganese. The list goes on and on. They all have various functions. For instance, if you're a diabetic, you'll get great benefit and sometimes reverse it just by increasing chromium picolinate, or chromium, and vanadium and zinc. All these things will affect it, but also magnesium. Getting those back up will allow the sugar worked with the insulin to be brought into the cell and be burnt where it's supposed to be. But deficient in those, it's very, very hard to turn diabetes around. So those deficiencies in our body are causing a lot of the major problems people are suffering with. Now here's another book called The pH Miracle. And The pH Miracle deals with what you need to do to get the pH. Now, normally they tell you to take certain products, which is what I did as a nutritional counselor, and to eat certain food like greens, a lot of greens, and a lot of berries and cantaloupe and apples. Avoid sugary fruit like bananas, but eat a lot of very good fruits with a lot of color to them, and a lot of vegetables that have no starch. The reason no starch is sugar will raise the acid state in the body, will make the body more acidic. So will stress and carbonation. One of the big crises in our society is the carbonated drinks. If I drink one cola or any carbonated drink, I have to drink 32 glasses of a high pH water to overcome that. And speaking of water, before I used to say, someone come to me with high blood pressure, I'd say, I need to get your magnesium up. You need a very high dose. Either you're going to have to take these tablets, which are going to be hard to absorb, or this powder, or you're going to take it in a more efficient way. And that's when magnesium is suspended in water. Well, to do that, they're going to have to spend $50 a month taking liquid magnesium suspended in water. And then they're going to have to take potassium and all these other things. And this is going to get very expensive, but it works very, very well. Now, there's other things I have to do too for blood pressure, but that's one of the things I would recommend to people. Now, though, there's a simple, tasty way to get all the minerals you need to fill in all those deficiencies just by your constant process that we all do is drink water. But a lot of you don't like water because water a lot of times doesn't taste good. It's because it's not the kind of water our body was designed to have. Now this has been solved by a company called Dreamtree. The Dreamtree ceramic conversion system. I'll show you the picture right here, and there's different ways they've done this. But the picture has these ceramic beads with 110 minerals embedded in the ceramic beads. So as water is poured down through here, it picks up those minerals and disperses them into the water. And as it disperses them into the water, they are held in the water and they stay in contact with this tube. If the tube that has the ceramic beads wasn't there, after a few days it would lose its pH and it would lose the minerals. They'd start falling down. But this way it stays that way. So when you drink the water from this pitcher, you're getting the minerals, you're getting the pH we're looking for, and another plus side, because some things add minerals to water and they add the pH, but when we measure it, it doesn't have the antioxidant levels. And that's the third major factor that makes this such a fantastic system. Really fantastic. In fact, inside here, they've even taken it one step further. They've embedded it with nano silver, so bacteria can't grow inside the pitcher. Really a wonderful, wonderful added addition to that. Everything this company does works that way. They even have made it very simple to take these ceramic sticks. And so if you're traveling and you stop and get you a bottle of good clean water, you drop these in, shake it up a little bit, wait maybe 10 or 20 minutes. Now you have the high pH water that we find in the pitcher that you can use at home. What I personally do, and you can see that I'm drinking from this right now, I have 2 of these sticks in this glass. I fill this up with my pitcher at home, then I have these sticks in here, and I carry this around with me. And I'll drink 3 of those, maybe 4. Especially when I first started, I drank about 4 of these a day, which meant I drank 2 gallons of the Dreamtree water a day. Why would I drink that much water? I used to weigh 200 pounds just a month or so ago. I'm 75% water. That means 150 pounds of me is water. So when I first start drinking this, I'm going to feel energy, because anytime you have high pH and you have the right minerals, your electrical system comes alive. But I needed to replace all that water that wasn't as good as water as what my body's designed to have. So it takes a while to replace that. So that's why I've noticed over the weeks of using this and months, I start feeling better and better and better. When your pH is off, it's like having one end of a battery not functioning. So when calcium and magnesium function back and forth, flipping back and forth, or sodium and potassium flip back and forth across the cell wall, they make electrical current. When calcium molecules flip across the synapses of the nerve, electrical current runs down your arm and you're able to close your fist. When you don't have the right minerals in the right proportion to each other, it starts shutting down. And you just don't feel good. You have no energy. You don't have any energy inside your cells. You raise that up, now it's like having a charged battery. That's why you start feeling so much energy from Dreamtree. They know how to do it. Now, this is very similar to the way nature does it. That's the whole beauty of it. There's some artificial ways that cost $4,500 that all they do is raise the pH by using electrolysis, separating the water molecules. They're forgetting the most important factor. Not only do you need the pH, but you need all 110 of those minerals to fill in all the deficiencies, because minerals run everything in your body. Everything. The enzymes, vitamins are cofactors that work with the minerals. All these things have to be there for the system to work, or you're going to set yourself up for a wide variety of diseases and not be able to turn around. This only has the minerals our body are designed to have and in the right proportion. So it's a perfect system. I love Dreamtree, and it's going to change your life. Everybody needs to be drinking this water, and they need to be washing their vegetables in it and bringing those vegetables back to life. They need to be using this every day, which I do. And you'll find it very easy to do because it's the best tasting water you've ever tasted. And that's what first got my attention. I never tasted water that tasted this good. So drink up and enjoy a fuller, happier life. Becky's going to demonstrate what she did for me, and I talked to you about Becky House. Becky, take these glasses and pour these waters in the glasses. Then we're going to show you how the ceramic conversion system actually transforms these waters. Now, these are very popular waters, the Aquafina, the Nestle, and the Dasana. And that's why we use them, because they're the 3 most popular ones. Now, remember, the same water that went in the glass is going through the ceramic conversion system. It's running through the beads, it's picking up the 110 minerals, And when it does that, it's like a mountain stream picking up the minerals out of the rocks as it runs through. And it raises that pH. And it also does something else that's phenomenal. We're going to show you that in a minute. And it's going to raise the antioxidant levels. And that's just as important as the pH. But there's machines out there that cost a whole lot of money, $4,500 or more, that raise the pH. But if you don't do it the way nature does it, it won't really work in line with your body. You need all those minerals. So as she gets this last one through, then she's going to put some chemicals in here, just like they do at a swimming pool. And at the swimming pool, you'll see them test the water and they'll drop chemicals, and they'll look at the color of the water against a little chart they have, just like the chart here. You notice on this chart, it has orange and yellow. Well, anything on this side of the green is acid as it moves down the chart. Anything above that, as it moves towards purple and violet, is alkaline. We're hoping this will turn into about 9.5. That's what Dream Tree usually does. Now, you notice how these are acidic. Okay? If I bring it over here, well, you can see it even without stirring it, but go ahead and stir it for me, Becky.
Okay.
Okay? I'll just show them one. You see how that's acidic? They're all the same color. You don't want to drink water that's acidic, very harmful to the body. Now, let's see, you pour these same bottles into there. Let's see what happens to the Dream Tree water.
Make some contact with those.
Yeah, it really not. To get the ideal state, it's better if it stays there for 20 minutes, but we can still see the conversion in just a few seconds.
That's about right.
Okay.
Set it right.
Okay, that's cool. Remember what I said about this range here? Wow. See, in just those few seconds, we got that deep, strong purple. That means it's a 9.5, maybe even higher. Boy, isn't that beautiful, folks? But what's more important is how beautiful it is for your body. Now, there's another thing that I told you about, and that's the orb reading. The orb scale is oxygen reduction potential. Now, it's another way of talking about the antioxidant potential. You've heard of antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin E, selenium, all these different antioxidants, vitamins you take them to get the free radical levels down. It's literally like turning a flame down in your body. They say that our society is called the inflammation nation because the food we eat causes the inflammation of free radicals and the lack of really good water. This isn't water that we normally drink is not living water. It's not like what our parents knew, our grandparents knew. It doesn't have the minerals. Now, we have a way of having truly living water. Okay, pour that in.
For antioxidants.
Antioxidants, we're looking at the same waters.
We want to see pink, don't we?
Okay, and if it doesn't change colors, it stays in this white, then that means it has no real advantage to you as far as an antioxidant, nor the orb reading. So, got clear water here. Now, take the water that's been put through the ceramic conversion system.
Okay.
Watch the magic, folks. I feel like a magician with my helper. Except she's doing all the magic.
Got the orb drops.
Got the orb drops. Wow.
There we go.
Wow. Okay. See that strong antioxidant effect of this? 3 to 4 times over vitamin C. That's amazing to me. And vitamin C is designed to work in the water areas of the body. This is bringing antioxidants to the water areas of your body, taking care of the excess free radicals of all the toxins our society exposes us to. Now, Becky, do you have... Oh, let's do one more test, Becky.
Okay.
Let's see if we can do... I don't know if we have the glasses. Let's take these tea bags, do two tea bags, and take one with the Dream Tree water and one with the regular water.
Okay.
And now, the reason we're doing this test is... I'll put this aside for a second. Is the ability for the water to move into the tea bag is extremely important because it's an analogy to what happens to your cells. Your cells have little doorways. They're really only designed for about 3 or 4 molecules, maybe 5 or 6, of a mineral. And most mineral supplements you take are way too big for most of them to get in. And so if you separate those molecules out, the water molecules, now those minerals can get through the doorway. So you put it, this is a Dream Tree. Oh, that's a regular
That's all
water.
the different waters.
Okay. Now, and you have one that's been put through the Dream Tree?
Yes, right
there. Okay. And this is cool water. It hadn't been heated. Okay. I'll try to make tea out of it. I can't get the tea. Now, Becky, you pour that in there.
I'm going to move mine around. Move yours around, Ed. There we go.
I'm a moving. She's beating me. Now you can literally take 10. You can literally take 10 glasses of these of cold water and out of one tea bag and make 10 glasses of tea. Okay.
With Dream Tree. That's absorbency, guys.
Can you see the tea in there? No tea yet. I have to heat this water up to make tea. Here in cold water, I can make tea. That means the water, what they call viscosity, is very thin. It goes in. It takes the nutrients. You can also use this to clean your, like when I make a salad and all the vegetables, I'll soak that for 3 minutes in the Dream Tree water. It cleans it. It actually takes the rust off spinach. It's a good demonstration. But it brings the water back into the vegetables and rehydrates them like they're brand new. But it does that to your body. It rehydrates you. Most of you are walking around in a dehydrated state. Your brain shrinks, your heart shrinks. As you age, you become more and more dehydrated. You go from, as I said before, from a grape to a raisin. Now, being able to make tea in cold water with this thin water hydrates you. Now you go the opposite direction. You go from a raisin back to a grape, like you were as a child. It's a beautiful, beautiful system. Thank you, Becky. I really appreciate
Thank you.
that.
That's a good thing.
You can see how Becky
We all want to
convinced
be
me.
grapes, guys.
Yeah, we all want to be great grapes.
Great grapes.
Now, this is how Becky convinced me. The first thing she convinced me with was the taste, and then I made her show me that it really did. And she did this, and I went, wow, I had to have it. And you will too. Once you taste it, you have to have it. But once you see that it really does all these wonderful things, you'll want this system.